Welcome to Ancestry Interviews. Today we will be interviewing one of America's important ancestors, and that is Rainer Ariston. Hello, Rainer. How are you doing today?
I am doing great.
Good, because I have some questions to ask you.
Go ahead.
What were you feeling?
I was feeling excited but a little bit nervous, like what if I couldn't find a home or job, things like that.
If I were coming over from another country, I would be a little worried too. What town did you enter the United States in?
I entered in Flatbush, New York.
Where did you live before?
I lived in Holland.
What year did you immigrate in, and how old were you?
I immigrated in 1666 and I was 24 years old.
What was your favorite food in Holland?
I liked soybeans.
I like soybeans too. The next question is, what was your favorite food in America?
I liked turkey. I only got it a few times a year, but I liked turkey.
What was your first job?
I was a farmer, but for a little while I was a fur trader.
I'd like to be a fur trader. Do you have any interesting stories you could tell us?
Well, one day on my way home, I passed Jamestown, where the earliest settlers were
made home. That is really interesting. Where did you first live?
I lived in present-day Flatbush, New York.
That is a coincidence, because I lived in Flatbush too for a bit. Is it colder in Holland or the United States?
I think it is most likely colder in Holland.
I am not a fan of the cold.
It's all right. Most people aren't.
What language do you speak in Holland?
Most people speak Dutch.
Did you learn English quickly or not?
Well, I knew some English in Holland, so yes, I did.
Well, that is really good. The last question is, what language is harder to learn, Dutch or English?
Well, I grew up learning Dutch, so probably English.
Well, that is all for today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thank you for watching Ancestry Interviews. See you all tomorrow.
Hello and welcome to Eddy's Interviews. Today we will be interviewing an Irish man, George O'Neill. Welcome, George. What state did you come from?
I came from Ireland.
What was going on in Ireland when you left, and when did you leave?
I came to America when it was 1836, and in 1836, April 4th, Daniel O'Connell gave a speech about justice for Ireland.
That's interesting.
Another thing that happened in 1836 August, following one of the coldest summers recorded in over 50 years, there was widespread failure of the potato crop.
I'm glad they're back in Ireland.
In 1836 February, the Ulster Bank was founded. Pretty exciting.
Can you tell us why you immigrated?
I immigrated for economic reasons.
What state did you come from and to come through to get to Illinois?
I came to New York.
It must have been hard without potatoes, and a lot of Irish meals require potatoes.
Yes, it was hard because we didn't have much choices for dinner, but our mom enjoyed it.
What is an interesting story about your immigration?
I don't remember much, but the name of it is The Bloody Hand of the O'Neills.
That sounds interesting. Do you like the color green? I would guess because you're Irish, but it's your call if you like it or not.
It's okay, but it's not my favorite, but it's okay.
I sure like green. I have a few more questions. Did you like Ireland when you left?
No, because there was no potatoes. One of the many reasons I left.
What was your favorite food?
My favorite food was a corned beef sandwich.
Yum, corned beef sandwich. How old were you when you immigrated?
I was 50 years old.
Oh, that's old. Did you have any kids when you immigrated?
Yes, I had kids and a wife.
Okay. How old were your children?
My children were 15 years old, 16 years old, and 17 years old.
How was the food on the voyage?
The food was terrible.
What year did you immigrate in?
I immigrated in 1836.
How long was your voyage?
My voyage was about a year or so.
Last question. How old was your wife when you took the voyage?
She was about 49 years old.
Thanks for coming, George O'Neill. This was an interview from Worldwide Interviews. Welcome to Immigration Interviews. Today we will be interviewing Venestina. Here she comes. Hi, Venestina. Is it okay if I ask you some questions today?
Yes, what's the first question?
What is your full name?
Venestina de Salvo.
What country did you come from?
I came from Italy.
That's amazing. I did too. Let's move on to the next question. What year did you come to the United States?
I came to the United States on October 17th, 1920.
I came to the United States in 1917. Why did you immigrate here?
After World War I, which lasted from July 28th, 1914 to November 11th, 1918, we decided to come because my father and I knew that Europe would never be the same, and my father thought that it would be best for his family.
That's the reason I came here. Where did you enter the United States?
I entered the United States in Boston, Massachusetts.
What was your first job and what was your dad's first job?
My dad's first job was as a chef at a hotel. My first job was as a housekeeper.
Can you tell us an interesting story?
I came with my dad and I had an arranged marriage. Me and my dad came because we thought it would be best for the family, and once we had a house and money, the remainder of the family could come.
That was interesting. Well, that was all the questions we had for you today. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for having me.
See you next time on Immigration Interviews.